Well, I had a few sprinkles on my drive in, the severe weather alert day continuing, and even when I went out to the car a couple of times, the rain had picked up a little bit.
Right, and we're going to continue to see that through the morning commute. So again, I can't stress enough, slow down. Give yourself plenty of time to get where you're going. Wet roads are nothing to play with, and I learned a very painful lesson with that here recently with a wreck of my own. So be very careful of that as you travel this morning. Slow it down 10, 15, even 20 miles slower than you usually go.
We want to emphasize you're okay, by the way,
exactly.
So.
It happened to me on Friday, but again, I was driving about 10 or 15 miles slower than I typically do, and I did everything that I always preach that you should do, and it still didn't work. So again, just be very careful this morning, especially anywhere where the water is pooled up, ponding. Also, keep in mind that there's probably going to be some roads flooded at some point today, so you do not want to drive through that flood water. Lots to talk about this morning, so let's get into it.
Okay.
All right, I'll show you the watch and warning graphic at this point. We have several things going on. Now, it's kind of split. The northern counties from Rowan back toward Powell and over towards south central Kentucky and southern Kentucky and south central Kentucky. You're under the flood watch until 2 p.m. That flood warning is in effect for Morgan County. That's the only warning we have right now. We do have some advisories out for those northern counties, but that flood warning for Morgan County is out till 8:30. The flood watch for 2/3 of the area goes until 5 o'clock this afternoon. This was originally supposed to end at about lunchtime today, so it's been expanded a little bit. This is why heavy bounds of rain continue to push through, especially up here. I'm really concerned about the I-64 and Mountain Parkway corridors because that rain has literally just been kind of training through there all night long, and that's the areas that have been affected a lot. So Moorhead, pay close attention. If you've got kids maybe that are going to school at Moorhead State University, tell them to pay attention as they get ready to drive off to their morning classes. If you've got people in Morgan County, if you live in Morgan County, again, pay very close attention. You're into that flood warning. Over toward Powell County, anywhere along the Mountain Parkway or just South Campton, keep an eye on that. Now down here in the south, we've had some rain too, but it's not been as heavy, but there is a lot more where that came from to move through here before it's all said and done. Temperatures generally running in the 60s area wide this morning. There's a few 50s trying to show up in some places, but for the most part, we are into the 60s. We're going to pretty much stay there because no sunshine today. I hope you enjoyed it yesterday because we're going to continue to track this through here pretty much all day long. It did look like it was going to wrap up this afternoon originally yesterday morning, but that is not the case anymore. 60, give or take, a degree or two this morning, and 62 this afternoon. I think we get to right around 64 for the day, but we're going to see these soggy conditions linger all throughout the day and into the afternoon. It might be nighttime before we finally start to clear this up. We have to go through all this first before we can get past this and get into some drier weather. All right, so what can we expect with the rain? Rainfall totals. This model starts us at 7 o'clock this morning, so 2 hours from now. We can see a lot of rain between now and then. Between 7 o'clock this morning and 11 o'clock tonight, you see out towards central Kentucky, another 2 inches possible. 1.5 inches close to it down towards Somerset, 1.25 inches over toward London. Jackson could see 1.5 inches. Paintsville could see a little more than 1 inch. Ashland down toward Harlan and Middlesboro. So we're going to watch this one very carefully, especially if you live in those flood-prone areas. Now, when is the rain going to get out of here? Let's take you through the day on Future View, and you'll see we see these heavy bouts of rain that continue throughout the morning and into the afternoon. They do start to get a bit more scattered toward this afternoon, so that's some good news there. But as we go deeper into the evening, we're going to see those rain chances linger, and unfortunately, it looks like they pick right back up where they left off tomorrow, so a very unsettled pattern. We don't have the severe aspect this time, but I'm really concerned about flooding all throughout the week, so this is going to be a long-term, something we have to watch all the way through, so keep that in mind. Let's go over to your 12-hour planner, get you through today. Again, not a whole lot of movement when it comes to temperature. We're dropping the 50s for a little bit this morning, then back, I think, into the low to mid-60s. Some folks may not make it out of the low 60s today for temperatures, and we'll see that rain chance all the way through. And unfortunately, events going on later this week. I know the folks over in Pikeville doing Hillbilly Days watching this forecast with a lot of interest, and also the folks here in Hazard doing the Soapbox Derby this weekend, also watching this with a lot of interest. But unfortunately, the rain chances have increased for Friday and Saturday. It looks like we're going to see those chances linger for a while longer. This system, this pattern, basically, very slow moving. Temperatures are not going to rebound till late Friday and Saturday. That gives me some hope for the weekend because warmer temperatures means we see a little bit of sunshine. Anywhere you still see these 60s in play means we're going to keep the clouds and the rain around for quite some time. So keep that in mind in your planning forecast. First check of the refrigerator this morning. See what we have for you there behind the magnets on refrigerator art. Nice little picture coming into us from Braden over at Phelps Elementary School. We appreciate that. Appreciate all the nice pictures we get to showcase here on the morning news. Time 5:16. You're watching Mountain News This Morning right here on WIMT.